Welcome back to the Duler Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for one of the most crucial matches in this year's Selvel Goa Professional League. It is match number 53 between Panjim Footballers and Salgaocar Football Club. I beg your pardon, that was match number 54. As we see Panjim Footballers, who will be raring to go against the title contenders Salgaocar Football Club, as we see Preston Rego warming up for today's big encounter, because it will be a big job on his hands today. He's been in good form, but today will be a test of character for these young boys from Panjim Footballers. On to the first 11 for Panjim Footballers, and it's a very strong 11 put there out by Thomas Alvarez. This is Janio Fernandez, Liston Cardozo coming back is a big news for Panjim. Prasil, Akash Sanadi, Krishna Gavas, Pendorangons, Lloyd Cardozo, Alan Colasso, Valmiki Miranda, Akram Yadwad and Preston Rego, the captain. Now on to the potential champions Salgaocar Football Club. They know the threat that Panjim Footballers possess against them today, as we see Jason DeMello, who pulled off some unbelievable saves in that match against Sporting Club de Goa. But here they are. They know the importance of this match, with Sporting Club de Goa losing points against FC Goa. This could consolidate their position at the top. They will not be taking Panjim Footballers lightly. They can do so only at their own peril. And the first 11 for Salgaocar Football Club, I can see only one new face, with Jason DeMello, Daniel Gomez, Ripov Sardesai, Stefan De Costa, Prathame Satardekar, Perry Pereira coming back into the team, Mark Cavallo, Selvin Miranda, Saish Madan, Flagan Rodriguez, and a new face in that 11, Antush Afonso Moniz, the under 20 player for Salgaocar Football Club, coached by Levino Anthony Pereira. On to the points table, and you can see the difference. There's a demarcated difference between Sporting Club de Goa and Salgaocar FC, with 2 points between the top and the third position, Sporting Club de Goa, whereas Panjim Footballers are down in 10th position at 7 points, and they are in the relegation zone, which they will look to avoid in today's match, and they will be hoping to get some points of Salgaocar Football Club and do themselves a favor, and not themselves only. They will be hoping that they do their senior brothers Sporting Club de Goa a favor today. As we see the referees leading both the teams out, Salgaocar Football Club have been ever so impressive in this year's campaign. Panjim Footballers, a young team who's impressed one and all, but they've had their moments, Panjim Footballers, but in patches only. They've been inconsistent. The inexperience has spoken over here for Panjim Footballers. They have taken the lead many a times, but we've seen them give away those leads as well, and they've lost these important matches which they should have won, and they are in this trouble in the relegation zone because of that. As we have the referees for today, Prasad Sirlakar, the experienced man, Manesh Oliveira, and fourth official Shiva Shantaram Gosavi. Like I was saying, Prashant Sirlakar is the referee for today. He has been named the referee for this big match. He's a calm head and he knows that this is a very important encounter which both teams will look to make full use of, as we see Alex Alvarez, the coach of Panjim Footballers. He's put out his strongest 11 out there today, and he will be hoping that they spoil the party for that man on your screen, Lavino Anthony Pereira, who's been absolutely pivotal in the rise of Salgaocar Football Club's success, because he's really got this team together where they can get back their glory days. Really, it's been a long time since we've seen Salgaocar in a position to challenge for the title, but Lavino Anthony Pereira has won the supporters over, and we can see these supporters crowding outside the stadium once again with their vuvuzelas, all smiles, hoping that their team will perform to their expectations today. Big match in the scheme of things today. Salgaocar Football Club, this is the last match of the 9th round in this year's Selvel Goa Professional League. Only 2 more rounds to go, apart from the matches that had got postponed, but this is a very crucial encounter. Salgaocar having drawn against Sporting Club de Goa before this, 1-1, as Prasad Salgaocar blows the whistle for the match to commence, and Akash Sanadi straight away hooking the ball up, looking for the run of Alan Colasso, but this is Selvin Miranda. He has to be kept in check by Panjim Footballers today. He is an outstanding player for Salgaocar, probably my man for the most valuable player of this year's league. He's been quite brilliant, really. He's played every single game. He's played on the left wing, he's played on the right wing, and we've seen him cut into that central position as well. And he's as hard-working as anyone there playing in this year's league. As the flick comes on, that was Krishna Vasudev Gavas. It could have been dangerous for Jason De Mello. This is Valmiki Miranda. Liston Cardozo, he has a huge task on his hands today, especially against the likes of Selvin Miranda, but we've seen him do very well against the likes of Delton Colasso. He's done well against FC Goa, and that is the match where FC Goa lost those points, and that was a crucial result again, and that just shows that this is a very young and talented Panjim Footballers team which can cause an upset or two, and Salgaocar need to be wary of that. And especially in today's match, being the development team of Sporting Club de Goa, they will really be looking forward to doing their elder brothers a favor by getting points of this rampant Salgaocar Football Club team. I remember that game against FC Goa. Liston Cardozo was a man possessed in that match, but he is coming back off an injury, but he's showing no signs of it at the moment, because that was an absolutely sensational sliding challenge on Steflon. Liston with the clearance again. Daniel Gomez with the header. My prediction for today that Salgaocar Football Club have a very tough match on their hands. This is Lloyd Cardozo. Did so well in that position, but not finding the greatest of crosses, but Pandurangons just outside the box skips past the first challenge. Antush Moni is bringing Pandurangons down, and this is a free kick in a very good position. Panjim Footballers, if they can take the lead early on, you will see definitely some cheers in the sporting camp and definitely cheers in the Panjim Footballers camp. This is Akash Sanadi. He's quite capable of delivering from here. He puts it out, and the shot from Valmiki Miranda has been deflected. This is Krishna Vasudev and Lloyd trying to keep that ball in, but Prathamesh doing a good job putting it out for a throw-in. That was a well worked out free kick between Akash Sanadi and Pandurangons. Listen to Lloyd Cardozo. Lloyd plays it to Valmiki. That is a brilliant ball. Looking for Krishna, but even Krishna was surprised with the quality of the ball that Valmiki Miranda put into the box. That was beautifully curled in, but look at that awareness from Daniel Gomez. He could have easily got his head to that, but it could have been dangerous. It could have got deflected into his own goal. He decides not to head that, and quite rightly so. Panjim Footballers, on the other hand, coming off a 1-all draw against Vasco Sports Club. They are in good form. They've held Vasco 1 goal, and they will be hoping to continue their good run of form, but they need to get a victory soon, because otherwise they will be in that dogfight for relegation. Salgaocar haven't got going just as yet in the opening 5 minutes of this match. This is Antush. Puts it forward, but Prasil doing well there. This is Akram Yadwad. Fouled by Ribhav Sardesai. I'm sure Levino Anthony Pereira must have stressed on the importance of this match to his footballers. It could give them some clear path at the top of the table and could put more pressure on Sporting Club de Goa before their match against Tempo Sports Club. This is Akash Sanadi. However, Panjim have started strong. And they are not an easy team to break down, because this Panjim Footballers team is a very talented side. And Thomas Alvarez has put out his strongest 11 out there today. And Akash Sanadi is definitely one of the top players in this team. This is Mark Carvalho. Puts it forward. Steflon tries to get it in control, but not really finding it. Daniel Gomez. This is Saish Madan. Does so well, Saish Madan. This is Prathamesh. Ribhav Sardesai. This is Anish now. And Antush wins the free kick. I beg your pardon, throw in. Prathamesh to Saish. Saish's ball forward is a good one. This is Selvel Miranda. Skips past the challenge, and Liston Cardozo has given the foul away, and he doesn't have a complaint. He knows he lunged into it a little too early. He knows that Selvin has very quick feet and skips past Liston very easily on that occasion. He's won a free kick. We've seen him score from this angle before. But will he go for goal or put in a cross here? Selvel Miranda. We've seen him score against Luis Barreto. Against Monora, the ball comes in is a low driven one, not the greatest of balls from Selvel Miranda. This is Valmiki rushing forward on the counter attack. Valmiki going with Flagan Rodriguez with the help of a teammate. He gets it back for Salgaocar Football Club. This is Antush. And Antush has been fouled by Prussell. We'll see this again. There you see. But to be fair to Prussell, he had got to the ball first. The ball had been touched by Prussell, and you can see Prussell urging his teammates on. He's always a passionate player. He's always looking to motivate his players. This is Ribhav Sardesai. The ball comes in, which is not a bad one. This is Selvel Miranda yet again. Cuts back in, Selvel Miranda. The Prathamesh ball in, and Antush showing his inexperience. Running very late into Preston Rego. As Selvin skips the first challenge, passes it on to Prathamesh. Then Antush impeding Preston Rego. This is Janio Fernandez's ball forward. Flagan's header. We've seen that Salgaocar won't really mind Panjim Footballers in possession. They take their time to get into the match. They slowly suck out the breath of the opponents. They soak in all the pressure that the opponents have on offer, but this Panjim Footballers side are not one to be taken lightly. This is Teflon. Played out to Perry. And Ribhav Sardesai wins the throw-in for Salgaocar Football Club. This is Antush. Prathamesh gets it in control. Flagan Rodriguez. Prathamesh to Saish. Ribhav's ball forward. Antush not keeping it in control. This is Panjim Footballers. The clearance comes in and it's gone out for a Salgaocar throw-in. The ball comes in, bouncing awkwardly, but Preston Rego up to the task. Preston clearance cannot be kept in by Alan Colasso. This is Selvin. Flaken back to Daniel Gomez. This is Selvel Miranda. Daniel Gomez. Prathamesh puts it forward. This is Teflon. Ribhav Sardesai has some space, has played it through. This is Teflon de Costa. Danger still not averted. And Mark Carvalho thought he was fouled, but the referee right on hand to see that. That was a well worked move yet again. But Saish Madan, the foul on Akash Sanadi. That'll be a good battle to watch. Akash Sanadi versus Saish Madan, two very good midfielders. Akash Sanadi, a huge talent coming up the ranks for Panjim Footballers. holding midfielder plays the ball brilliantly, has got brilliant control on him as well, brilliant distribution skills, wonderful to watch. And as young as he is, he has a bright future ahead of him. And this is Selvin Miranda, goes past both Alan Colasso and Liston Cardozo, but just fails to keep it in. But there is the threat of Selvin Miranda, and you can see that Panjim footballers are aware of that threat. They're always trying to double team on that. But if Lavino Anthony Pereira will notice that, he will try and use Mark Carvalho to draw the likes of Liston Cardozo away from that marker, so that Selvin Miranda can get a one-on-one situation and a run at either Alan Colasso or Liston Cardozo. Be hoping that his team can create that space for Selvin Miranda to put those crosses in. But we've seen Selvin at his best when he has Stephen Satarkar and Steflon with him. Those three, the trio, the three musketeers of the Salgaocar Football Club team. Have posed real threats for all the teams this year. This is Liston's ball in, not the greatest one. This falls to Akash. This is Akash again. Look at that composure from Akash. Valmiki Miranda gives it away. Beautiful ball forward. Now this is Antush. Wins the ball. Akram finally clears it on, and luckily for him it falls to Krishna. This is Lloyd Cardozo, takes it on his stride up against Daniel Gomez. Lloyd Cardozo, but it does ever so well again. Daniel Gomez so calm and composed, defending with real purpose and idea. Daniel Gomez. It would be unfair if I say, but I'll still say it. For me, in my opinion, Alton Vaz and Daniel Gomez have been the best centre backs in this tournament. Yet, the composure that they have and the game sense, footballing intelligence that they have shown, their reading of the game has been absolutely sensational. Their game reading for a centre back is so essential at the back. They are the ones who lead a team and can see the whole game and conduct a team's performance. And Daniel Gomez has never looked flustered in any kind of pressure. And so has Alton Vaz. He did give away that penalty kick against Salgaocar Football Club on Steflon, but Alton has been also quite brilliant in this year's league. Although we have Kunal Kundaikar in close competition for one of those places, but for now I'll keep those two with that title. This is Selvin Miranda. Look at that acceleration from Selvin, as he just thought that there was a mere chance he would lose that ball to Krishna. However, he has lost it, but Allen's cross will be found straight in the hands of Jason DeMello. Jason's ball forward. looking for Steflon, headed on by Janio. Prussell's clearance. Again, Daniel Gomez chests it to Saish Madan. Saish does well against Akash. He's driving forward. Saish Madan. It's a good tackle in from Liston Cardozo. Doing ever so well yet again. The ball forward. Is that a penalty? It is just outside the box. Krishna Vasudev Gavas with the brilliant run. He puts the ball past Prathamesh Satardekar. We'll see this again. Prathamesh chasing Krishna. That is just outside the box, isn't it? Salgaocar got saved by a whisker. Just putting the ball past Prathamesh there, Krishna. And winning the free kick just on the edge, and this is a good position yet again for Akash Sanadi, as we see the Sporting Club de Goa staff watching this game with a lot of interest. Francisco Vaz in the stands today. He will be hoping that these Panjim footballers can pull off a major upset here today, and that would wrest the title challenge right back into the hands of Sporting Club de Goa. However, this is a very good opportunity for Panjim footballers to test Jason De Mello. Valmiki Miranda and Akash Sanadi standing over the ball. Akash Sanadi taking it, a poor one from the talented youngster. It has gone high and wide of goal, and you can see he's disappointed with himself. He knows he should have done much better. A footballer of his quality should be doing much better. This is Saish Madan driving forward. Saish. This is Ribhav. Antush still with the ball. Antush. This is Mark Carvalho. Look at where Liston Cardozo has come from the right back position. He's covering up for the players. This is Ribhav's cross in on his left foot. Now this is Antush chasing, Prathamesh chasing. Prathamesh up against Valmiki. Akram Yadwat coming forward. We've seen these forward runs from him before, but losing out the ball in this occasion. There is space behind to work with in Akram's position, but the possession has been given back to Liston Cardozo for Panjim. This is Liston. Liston does well, still has the ball. This is Janio. Back to Preston Rego. Given away to Salgaocar. This is Saish Madan to Ribhav. Still Ribhav. This is Saish in an offside position there. Saish Madan. The referee's flag went away straight away on the right hand side. Halfway through this first half. Just offside there, Saish Madan. And the ball will be safely in the hands of Jason De Mello in the penalty box. As we see the crowd in limited numbers at the Duler Stadium. Mark Carvalho trying to flick that on, but Liston Cardozo at hand. This is Valmiki Miranda to Liston. Liston's ball forward is slightly long, I think, for Lloyd Cardozo, and you can hear the disappointment from him. You expect him to do a slightly better job on that occasion. This is Pratmesh. Ball forward and Ribov cannot get it in control. Neither can Steflon. This is run out straight to Preston Rego, who's rolled the ball. Kicks it up. This is Jason DeMello. Takes the long kick. Alan Colasso's header. Now this is Mark Carvalho running in, slightly heavy touch. Janio Fernandez with the clearance. Flagan Rodriguez with the throw in. This Pratmesh's ball forward. Steflon is in an offside position. Salgaocar Football Club really have been quite dominant in this league, apart from the 2 draws that they've had against Sporting Club de Goa and Dempo Sports Club, in which they've conceded 1 goal, which was that early goal in the 5th minute by Marcus Mascarenas for Sporting Club de Goa. They haven't conceded yet in this year's Selvel Goa Professional League. That's an incredible record to have, isn't it? As Jason DeMello comes out and collects it quite comfortably and hooks it forward straight away. This is Mark Carvalho in chase, but Liston Cardozo doing a good job of shielding the ball away from Mark. Liston's throw. This is Flagan. Saish. Ribhov just a slightly heavy touch. Will allow Krishna to get it back for Panjim Footballers. Pandurangons. Akash Sanadi. Krishna Vasudev. Lloyd Cardozo. Slightly heavy from him, and it's gone out for a throw-in for Salgaocar. Continuous vuvuzelas and cheering from the crowd outside the stadium for Salgaocar Football Club. They've been wanting to see this performance from their team for a long time, which has been missing, but here they are competing for the Selvel Goa Professional League title, as Prasil tries to shield off Antush, who's given away a lot of free kicks today. Making his debut today, Antush. Oh, what a big game to make your debut in. This is Preston Rego, and we see those vuvuzelas never really stopping. So passionate about this game, these supporters. This is Selvin Miranda. Straight away he has someone on his tail, closing those spaces down for Selvin Miranda to run at. Can't get to that Lloyd Cardozo. It will be a Salgaocar free kick because Lloyd Cardozo was flagged for offside. Steflon, who scored 5 goals in the tournament. Is a major threat to this Panjim Footballers' hopes of getting something from this game. Stefan also been quite a revelation for the Salgaocar team, along with Stefan, along with Stephen Sattarkar, I beg your pardon. That trio of Selvin Miranda, Stephen Sattarkar and Stefan is a real deal to work with for defenders. It's nightmarish for the defenders. Wins the ball back. This is a ball through for Alan Colasso, but does well there, the Salgaocar defender. This is Ribhav Sardesai. Liston. Pandurang Gons. Akash Sanadi back to Janio. This is Valmiki now. Liston Cardozo. Liston's ball in. Not the greatest of them. I don't understand the reason why he crossed it from there. Could have marched forward a little bit more with the ball, as this is Saish Madan. He's not been in his elements today, Saish Madan. However, this is Antush. Minutes played at the Duler Stadium. It is still Panjim Footballers nil, Salgaocar Football Club nil, as the referee has ushered the players for the first cooling break. It is Panjim Footballers nil, Salgaocar Football Club nil. It's been an evenly fought battle. No goalkeeper being troubled at all so far. And you can see Levino Anthony Pereira a little concerned in how this game has gone so far. He'll be hoping his team doesn't lose any points today. But so far so good for Panjim Footballers. It's good to see limited amount of crowd allowed into the stadium now. They've been missing inaction and they've been missing the action as well. Given away by Mark Cavallo. Stefan. Saish. Mark Cavallo. This is Ribhav. Selvin. Poor touch from Prathamesh. The ball comes forward for Lloyd. Loses out to Saish Madan. This is Daniel Gomez now. The long ball forward for Antush, who cannot keep it in. I have a feeling this game is a game of one goal. Any team which scores first will really have the advantage. This is a Panjim Footballers throw-in. They've kept these greens quiet in the first half in the opening 33 minutes of exchange. This is Lloyd Cardozo. putting it back into the box, not quite finding a player. This is Antush. Perry. This is flicked on. This is Ribhav Sardesai. Ribhav cannot keep that in. Prasil throws it to Pandurang. Prasil's clearance. This is Jason DeMello. Hooks it up long. Headed on by Liston. It's almost like Salgaocar are playing with 5 defenders because Alan Colasso has hardly used that right wing to go up. Liston Cardozo has put in more than Alan Colasso in that position. As Valmiki tries to thread that through for Lloyd Cardozo, unable to do so. This is Steflon. But this is a good ploy from Thomas Alvarez, allowing only Liston Cardozo or Alan Colasso, one of them, to go up. They don't want to leave any space behind them, especially for the likes of Selvin Miranda to walk with. You see a thoughtful Levino Anthony Pereira. But that mood in that Salgaocar Football Club will change. All it needs is a goal for the Greens. Akram plays it back to Janio. This is Liston. Janio. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Akram back to Preston. Long ball comes in from Preston. It's cleared on by Flagan Rodriguez. Wins the foul, shields it well from Ribhav Sardesai. Janio. Panjim Footballers, like I said before, will be hoping that they pull off an upset here because their elder brother Sporting Club de Goa need it badly. This is Pandurangons charging forward. Lloyd Cardozo tries to go through Daniel Gomez, but very well intercepted yet again. Saish Madan. Not a foul given by the referee, with Janio Fernandez with that tackle on Steflon. And here's the man Steflon. Poor ball forward. Prasil tries to clear that. It comes off the back of a Salgaocar player. This is Prasil again. This is Mark to Antush. Perry's ball in has been cleared out, but a foul in the end. Again Antush is the man who breaks down the attack with another foul conceded for Salgaocar. We wonder how long the referee will keep his yellow card in the pocket. It's already been 5 times that Antush has conceded the foul against Panjim Footballers. Preston Rego to take this free kick. He takes it long. Headed out. This is Akash Sanadi. Spreads it out wide to Liston. This is Liston again, marching forward. Liston heading to the line, luckily gets a ball through. Again Daniel Gomez, such a good reader of the game. This is Vibhav. Akash Sanadi in a battle with Saish Madan. Penturan plays it wide to Liston. What can Liston do here? Coming to the end of the first half slowly. This is Valmiki. The header from Selvin Miranda. This is Vibhav back to Selvin. Almost playing like air volley over there, Vibhav and Selvin. And another throw in goes Salgaocar's way. Selvin to Vibhav. This is Selvin with some space to work with. Puts in the left footed cross. Mark Kawaya plays it to Saish Madan. And there is the deflection, the corner kick going Churchill's way. What can Salgaocar do here from this corner? Can they take the lead against Panjim Footballers as this corner comes in and it's been swung in from outside the post of Preston Rego? Vibhav Sardesai with the corner kick. Not the greatest, of course, but Panjim Footballers are back in possession. All due credit to Panjim Footballers. They've played very organized football. And this time it's a foul. We'll see what happened yet again. This is Daniel Gomez versus Krishna Vasudev Gavas, but he had no option apart from heading that ball there, but the referee blowing a whistle. Jason DeMello on goal, full of concentration. The ball comes in, but again a poor ball forward under the circumstances. You would expect him to do better, as Alan Colasso was the man who was taking that long free kick. Now this is a corner kick for Panjim Footballers. Akash Sanadi to take it. It's Panjim Footballers' chance to put some pressure on Salgaocar Football Club. A win here for Panjim Footballers would really get them ahead in the relegation battle, and it will set Salgaocar Football Club back in that title race, because it will be Sporting Club de Goa who will be in control if they win their next match against Tempo Sports Club. Panjim Gons has headed over to take this corner kick. Panjim's corner, but cleared on again by Saish Madan. Akram shot, not a great one. A very, very over-ambitious shot from Akram Yadwad. And it's a Panjim boy who puts that out for a throw-in for Panjim Footballers. This is Ribhav. Beautiful ball through. Running back there into the hands of Preston Rego. This is Akram. Daniel Gomez gets in control. Wins the throw in there, Daniel Gomez. Ever so calm, even when he's walking around. He has a certain calmness that he brings to this Salgaocar Football Club team. Daniel Gomez. That's beautifully done. This is still going. This is a chance, and Jason DeMello with the save. Valmiki Miranda's volley back into the box. This is still danger. Valmiki Miranda with the shot, and Jason DeMello will let that run out. He'll try and launch it forward, but we'll see this again. Krishna Vasudev Gavas doing so well. Then praise it back. Only a whisker away from Lloyd Cardozo, scoring that opening goal of the match with Panjim Footballers and Salgaocar Football Club 0-0. Salgaocar will be hoping for a change of fortunes in the second half, because it's a very, very strong Panjim Footballers side that has been put out there by Thomas Alvarez. Like I said before, they know the importance of this match. 2 points lost also means 2 points that have been given away to Sporting Club de Goa. This is Saish Madan's ball in. Selvin. That's what I'm talking about. He's double teamed on every single time. He does well to keep the ball in though. The referee doesn't give a handball. This is Prathmesh's ball in. 1 over by Akash. And now Lloyd Cardozo will have some space to run ahead of him. Daniel Gomez in chase. What can Daniel and Lloyd do? Easily collected by Jason DeMello. This is Akash Sanadi. Puts the ball in. That's a beautifully spread out ball to Lloyd Cardozo. Lloyd cutting in. That was a chance yet again. Lloyd Cardozo will fancy his chances against the likes of Flagan Rodriguez, and so will Liston Cardozo. But here's Salgaocar coming at Panjim Footballers. Pandurang does exceedingly well there against Prathmesh. He's still going Pandurang. This is Selvin's ball forward. This is Stefan, and the clearance falls straight to Flagan. Now, what can Antush Moniz do? He can only hand it over to the goalkeeper Jonathan Rego on that cross. Not a great cross from the Salgaocar man, as Flagan Rodriguez wins the first time header and then clears it off on the second time. This is Stefan, tries to play the 1-2 but fails to do so. as Prasad Salgaocar has blown the whistle for half-time. The story from the Duler Stadium is that both the teams will head to the dugout with Salgaocar not very happy how this match has panned out for them so far, but we have seen them that they don't get flustered. All they have to do is keep their patience and cool, and there we see that man Selven Miranda walking back. As the referees walk back to their dugouts, Panjim Footballers so far answering Sporting Club de Goa's prayers, because at half-time it is Panjim Footballers and Salgaocar Football Club locked goalless. back for the second half. A smiling Prasad Salgaocar coming back onto the field with both teams still locked goalless, and straight away Levino Anthony Pereira is making the big change. We all have been waiting for the star of this year's league. Stephen Satarkar has come on in place of Prathamesh Satardekar. He has 45 minutes to work his magic. Stephen Satarkar, can he change the game around once again for Salgaocar Football Club? He almost did against Sporting Club de Goa. He did everything right. He chipped the ball over Rosin Silva, but the ball wouldn't go in. It bounced in front of an open net, and to the amazement and shock of all of us here at the stadium, it went over the goal. But he has 45 minutes to conjure some magic up for Salgaocar, who've looked a subdued side today, and Levino Anthony Pereira putting out his star man out there. He's not scored a goal after his comeback from the injury, and Thomas Alvarez, I am sure he has some plans for Stephen Satarkar in hand, because he knows the threat that that man possesses. As the referee has started the second half with Salgaocar in possession. This is that combination, Selvin and Stephen, always so close to each other. This has been given away. This is a dangerous one. This is Stephen! He squandered the opportunity. First time volley. This was a dangerous one, really. Preston Rego's clearance coming off Steflon, and then Stephen Satarkar had the net in front of him, but for once he misses it. Only 30 seconds into the second half, and it is already looking more exciting than the first. This is Zakar Sanadi, plays it back to Liston. Boy, does he have a job on his hands now, because with the likes of Stephen and Selven Miranda to handle, it's a real test for him. He's come out strong before in the test that he had against Delton Colasso and Sereno Fernandez against FC Goa, but Stephen Satarkar definitely can be quite a handful. This is Antush Moniz who's on the ground. He's not really had a great game so far for Salgaocar Football Club on his debut. He will be looking to make his mark in the second half. This is Ribhav, Antush, and Antush's cross comes off Janio yet again and goes out for another corner kick. This is Ribhav Sardesai. Ribhav's ball in, and it's a good opportunity, but it's been headed out. This is Ribhav again. Ribhav's ball in, and Preston Rego collects it. Preston clears it. This is Lloyd Cardozo, plays it back to Valmiki Miranda. This is Akram. Janio. Akash Sanadi back to Akram. Salgaocar haven't played the game that they are so known to have played in this year's league, but they will be hoping to change things around in this second half. Slightly cautious in that first half, something which we haven't seen from Salgaocar, but that tends to happen as you get closer to the title race and the matches keep counting down. You tend to get nervous, and why not, because it is Salgaocar Football Club in title contention after a long time, as Preston Rego gets it in his control. Salgaocar Football Club, domestically the most successful club in Goan football, also has the highest fan base along with the likes of Churchill Brothers and Dempo. And that's a beautiful ball forward, but Flagan getting to it. This is Selvin. Still not getting there, Selvin. This Liston does so well. This is still Liston. Cardozo up against Flagan. Valmiki's ball bounces in the box. This is Pandurangons. Lloyd Cardozo. Lloyd down the left hand side. This is Akash now. Does well against Mark. Akash with a heavy touch. This is Pandurangons' cross in. And Krishna Dev. Some clumsy football going on there, as we see Pandurangons, who has stayed on the ground. He has cramped up there and he's put in a decent shift on that left wing, Pandurang, but not putting in those quality crosses to get into the box. Panjim, they know that they have limited resources, and Thomas Alvarez has always stressed on promoting young talent from this team. They finished a very impressive 6th position last year, getting 27 points under their belt, and for a team which runs on a very low budget, they've done so well. As we see, Pandurangons has been substituted and Joyson Gonkar is the man coming on. That will definitely give more stability in the center of the field. A dynamic midfielder, Joyson Gonkar. This is Stephen. Selvin, always looking for each other, aren't they? Selvin and Stephen. The ball forward from Ribhav and it goes to Preston Rego. But getting back to Panjim Footballers, they've always been a team competing at the top level, running on a very low budget, but they've always kept performance on top of their radar. And Francisco Vaz in the stands today. He will be looking to pick up some good young talent for next season that could be promoted to the senior team of Sporting Club de Goa. And this is Stephen. This is Teflon, finds Teflon, but the clearance has fallen to Saish Madan. We'll see more pressure from Salgaocar for once. Saish doesn't get the foul. This is Alan Colasso's ball forward. Krishna trying to get on the end of it. This is Jason DeMello now. The likes of Liston Cardozo and Akash Sanadi definitely have the talent in them to be picked up by that man, Francisco Vaz. Liston Cardozo and Akash Sanadi have been impressive throughout this season, and you won't be surprised if they are picked up by wealthier clubs. as we see the crowd still a little subdued. Are seeing quite a fight here from Panjim Footballers against Salgaocar Football Club. Panjim trying to keep Sporting Club de Goa in touch with Salgaocar Football Club, who right now look a little flustered with the fight that the men in white have put up. This is Akram with the clearance, and it's been put wide. This is Mark Carvalho getting there ahead of Prussell. Not quite finding it there. This is Valmiki Miranda. Prussell is the man is on the ground right now. A lot of cramps happening at the moment for the players. It is quite hot and humid, and not enough hydration for the players will lead to cramps, but Prussell seems to be fine. As we see Antush Moniz also jogging back into position. On the other hand, the rich history of Salgaocar Football Club cannot ever be downplayed, with 21 Goa Pro League champions trophies with them. They are the most successful club, and as we see Antush Moniz being taken off by Levino Anthony Pereira and Stephen Alvarez coming on. While we see those bombarding runs forward from Stephen Alvarez and those dangerous crosses in. Quite a player, Stephen Alvarez, was not started today. Levino Anthony Pereira staying and sticking to his philosophy of giving young boys the opportunity, and Stephen trying to go on his mazy runs but just leaves the ball behind there. Liston's ball forward, not quite finding the preferred destination. This is Stephen. Again gives it away to Liston. This is Valmiki Miranda. Liston Cardozo. This is Ribhov. Ribhov's ball forward. This is Mark Carvalho again, not getting it into his stride. As Stephen Alvarez gets the ball, Janio Fernandez wins the free kick. The referee seeing if Panjim Footballers can take advantage of that situation, and when he sees that it's not a possibility, he's brought it back for a free kick. This is Stephen again being crowded out in the midfield region. That's a good ball forward. This is Joyce and Gonka's ball forward. Lloyd Cardozo has rattled the side netting. No trouble for Jason DeMello. Salgaocar finished 4th last season, and not far from them Panjim Footballers finished 6th. They will be looking to put up a fight, and what a fight they have put on here, Panjim Footballers. This is Lloyd, still not getting past Daniel Gomez. This is Akash. Prussell again on the ground, cramping up there. Prussell in considerable amount of pain there, Prussell. But you've got to give credit to this man, Prussell. He's really an interesting character, because you see him and his passion for the game really speaks out. He's always running and urging that crowd to play along with them, urging his players on when the chips are down. That is the kind of player that you need. He has a lot of leadership qualities, Prussell. Thomas Alvarez will be hoping that he can come back onto the field. but the stretcher is out there. Prussell being taken off on the stretcher, and Thomas Alvarez has a job on his hands to get a substitute on for the left back. He will be a happy man so far, Prussell, with the way his team is done, and so will be Thomas Alvarez, but all the good work that they have done so far can go to waste if Salgaocar Football Club run away with this game in the second half. So Stephen versus Akash Sanadi in a battle. We've always mentioned this side of Stephen, where he needs to add a little bit more physicality to his game. Here's Stephen. We know that he has the skill, but sometimes he can be overpowered by the opponents and crowded out. That's where he needs to mature his game more, Stephen Satarkar. We all know that he possesses all the qualities to become a top footballer, but the coaches that work with them have a job on their hands to develop this young talent into a beast which could be handy for Indian football. This is Stephen Satarkar. Ribov. Mark has been stripped off the ball by Valmiki Miranda. There you see why the referee has blown the foul, to the disappointment of the coaching staff of Panjim Footballers, but I'm sure they didn't see that jersey pulling from behind. That was quite evident, really. Valmiki Miranda just pulling Marco Valio. As Prussell Kankonkar is being substituted, the man has done a good job today, but Ashok McGarry has to take the responsibility in that left back position from now, because Prussell is still being attended to by the medical staff, and you can see him writhing in pain. He's put in a good shift today, you cannot deny that. This is Ribov Sardesai. The ball comes in. It's still in the box. Daniel Gomez cannot get that shot on. This is Joyson coming out with the ball, showing pace up front. Joyson does well, gets past the first challenge. This is interesting. Perry Pereira not quite getting to Joyson. Alan Colasso leaving the ball. This is Daniel Gomez again. This is Stephen. Mark Cavallo not receiving the ball correctly, but luckily for him, he gets it back and gets a second shot at it, but Ashok McGarry right up to it. I've got to tell you that these young boys for Panjim Footballers are putting up quite a fight, and I wouldn't say a fight, they're going toe to toe with the league leaders. Salgaocar Football Club are a little flustered right now. This is Saish Madan. Flaken's ball forward. This is Stephen. Again with a slightly heavy touch from Stephen. Not quite happening for him today. This is Stephen Alvarez. Alvarez's ball in. And this is Liston Cardozo. He's been absolutely brilliant yet again down the right hand side. What a talent he is. Liston Cardozo. Again one of the players to look out for in the future. This is Ribov. This is Fleekin Rodriguez. We can hear the crowd outside the stadium trying to urge these Salgaocar players on. And there you see Mark Carvalho being taken off, and Heza Gomez coming on for Salgaocar Football Club, not having the impact that he's had in the last 3 matches. Mark Carvalho, Heza Gomez will look to change things around and buy some space for the bigger names of Salgaocar Football Club, with Stephen Satarkar and Stefan and Selvin Miranda, who's been kept quiet today by Liston Cardozo. I would say a combination of Liston Cardozo and Alan Colasso down the right wing. Selvin Miranda has always faced that double marking. Levino Anthony Pereira would look to use that space that Selvin Miranda tries and provides. This is Stephen Alvarez. Comes off Ashok McGarry. This is played forward by Valmiki Miranda. This is Lloyd now. Lloyd taking on Daniel Gomez. So strong, Lloyd. Daniel Cardozo Lloyd doesn't have a chance against the captain. So good in a one-on-one situation, Daniel Gomez. This is Stephen. Saish Madan. Stephen just moving around, trying to find some space. Finds it, plays it one touch back to Saish Madan. This is Stephen again. Gives it away to Valmiki. Joyson Gonkar. Daniel Gomez yet again polishing things up at the back for Salgaocar Football Club. The flick on not really working right now for Salgaocar Football Club. They're not really combining up front. Panjim Footballers are doing so well. This would give real confidence to Sporting Club de Goa, who were absolutely disheartened with that result to FC Goa. But if their young boys in the name of Panjim Footballers can get something out of this game, they're right back on top. Sporting Club de Goa. This is Stefan. Stefan tries to put it forward for Stephen. Not quite happening. This is Perry Pereira. Stephen tries to lift it forward, but Ashok McGarry in close attention of Stephen. This is Stephen again. Stefan asking for a foul, not happening. Daniel Gomez to Perry. This is all Salgaocar at the moment in terms of possession, but not in terms of chances created. Ashok McGarry gets the ball in control. Gives it away almost to Stephen. Alan Colasso going 1-1 against Flagan. Puts it forward for Lloyd, who's up against Daniel Gomez yet again. This time he gets past Lloyd Cardozo! Is this the goal? And Joyson Gonkar in an offside position. But what an effort from Lloyd Cardozo. This time he gets past Daniel Gomez. He takes a beautiful effort, but what a save again from Jason De Mello. Almost from behind him he saves that. But I tell you what, we've not seen much from Jason De Mello in this tournament, but he's pulled off some sensational saves when he's been asked the questions. In that last match he pulled off a double save from Myron Fernandez, And there you go, that save from Lloyd Cardozo was absolutely... But this is a chance! Salgaocar Football Club! With Hazel Gomez through on goal. Preston Rego with a brilliant save. But there is the first real opening created by Hazel Gomez, combining with Steflon. But Preston Rego keeping Panjim Footballers in the game. That is really the first opening we've seen in the 69th minute of this game. This is Selvin Miranda on his left foot, swings in the corner. Ribhav Sardesai's effort will go way into the stands. No trouble for Preston Rego, but that was a great opening for Salgaocar Football Club. Things are getting interesting here at the Duler Stadium. What a game we've had. What can Salgaocar conjure? What can Panjim Footballers conjure? Both fighting for different reasons. One for the championship, one to be safe from the league. But both showing equal quality. This is Ashok Megheri to Krishna. Krishna moving forward. This is Joyson Gonkar. Joyson does well. Gets past Perry Pereira. This is into the box from Joyson Gonkar. And Jason DeMello saves it at his first post. Trying to be cheeky there, but look at this bit of skill. The nutmeg on Perry Pereira. And Joyson was in the box and tries to be cheeky, but Jason DeMello up to the task. This is Akash Sanadi, who's gonna take this corner kick. Akash Sanadi's ball in, headed on by Stephen Alvarez. And Saish Madan's clearance. Daniel Gomez up for the header. This is Stephen Alvarez. We see a Panjim footballer down on the ground as that challenge came in from Daniel Gomez. Joyson Gonkar is the man on the field. He's up and running. We'll see what exactly happened, as not much in there from Daniel Gomez. He has full right to go for that header. Perry Pereira tries to play it long. Steflon bundled off the ball. Janio. Liston. Liston's ball forward. This is Daniel Gomez. Flagan Rodriguez heads it back to Jason. I wonder why Jason is going for these long kicks. He doesn't have the physical presence up front, but Salgaocar strangely choosing the longer route today, but not really working for them so far. Flagan heading it off Lloyd Cardozo. Gets it back in possession. This is Jason. Jason again with the long ball. Headed on by Akram. Stephen Alvarez. This is Hazel Gomez. Cannot keep it in. Hazel Gomez, who thinks the ball didn't go out and it was travelling along the line. This is Ashok Megheri to take the throw in. Ribhav against Krishna, gives it away. This is Akash. We've not seen the same impact of the Salgaocar midfield like we normally see. Daniel Gomez. This is Krishna. Is Krishna still going? This is a chance. The shot comes in. Again a low save down to his left from Jason De Mello. As the shot came in from Alan Colasso. This is a good run from Krishna Vasudev Kavas. Put on a platter for Alan Colasso. This is Valmiki Miranda. Choisin leaves it, but no real communication there. This is Ribhav. Puts it forward. Should be easily collected by Preston Rego. Preston rolls it to Liston. Liston charging forward. Clearing it eventually, looking for Lloyd Cardozo, who takes it in a stride. Beautiful run. Goes past Flagan. That's a beautiful cutback. Joyson has taken it beautifully. What a save. What an effort that is from Panjim Footballers yet again. This is sensational stuff from Lloyd Cardozo and Joyson. Look at this turn. On his left foot. Just missing the target there. Joyson Gonkar. Jason De Mello was so worried about that. He'll be a relieved man that that ball has gone out. Lavino Anthony Pereira is a worried man right now as we go into the last 15 minutes of this game, and it is still goalless. Francisco Vaz in the stands will be a happy man at the moment. Seeing Panjim Footballers holding the greens, the table toppers, to a 0-0 draw yet. Levino just having a word with Stephen Satarkar, and you see the supporters getting a little quiet. They've not had the best game, Salgaocar. I think this is probably one of their worst games in the league so far. This is Janio. He's going to take this free kick. Puts it up for Krishna, who's had a good game today. Krishna Vasudev Kavas. This is Ashok Megheri. This is Ribhav. Selvin back to Ribhav. But Lloyd Cardozo, look at the hard work he's put in. The forward has been absolutely brilliant. He's worked hard. He's not only played up front, but he's made those crucial interceptions, came back and won those tackles, helping out his midfield. Lloyd Cardozo. Stephen Alvarez with the clearance. What would this do to the confidence of Salgaocar Football Club if they do not quite get over the line here? This is Hazer Gomez. Hazer Gomez puts a good ball forward. Stephen shielding the ball from Valmiki. Holding it up. Saish to Ribhav. This is Selvin Miranda. Back to Ribhav. Plays it to Selvin. Fails to keep it in. Nothing going Salgaocar's way at the moment. Winston Cardozo, what a good game he's had, coming back into the team after an injury. He had twisted his ankle. Winning the throw in there, Joyson. There's some confusion in the decision, because the assistant referee did show a Salgaocar Football Club throw-in, but the on-field referee overrules that decision. This is Liston. Gives away the foul. Lloyd Cardozo wins yet another foul. Buys some time for Panjim Footballers. Flagan Rodriguez with the foul on Lloyd Cardozo. My word, if Panjim Footballers can pull off a goal here, as you see Alan Colasso going off and Cyril Dice coming on. What? And Cyril Dice straight away called into action. What a chance that is! Would you believe it? He just kept sprinting from the substitute line and he almost scored with his first touch. And look at this, the volley coming in straight to Jason DeMello, and then on the left foot the volley goes out. This is a chance. He's a Gomez. He's anyway missed it, but he has been flagged for offside. Wow, what a chance that was. Cyril Dice. That was an interesting call from the assistant referee. I know Hazel Gomez has missed that, but that looked like touch and go on that offside decision. As the header comes in from Flagan. Valmiki with the counter header. This is Lloyd again, up against Flagan. Lloyd holding up play beautifully. This is Cyril Dice. Puts the ball in. That's the header! And that has gone into the Salgaocar Football Club goal! It was looking Panjim Footballers' day. And Joyson Gonkar has stunned that crowd behind the Salgaocar goal. And the substitute has made a difference as his cross came in. And Joyson Gonkar with the header, and a brilliant one too, because it has beaten the brilliant Jason DeMello, who looked unbeatable. We've got to give credit to Joyson with this header, because as good a cross that was, Joyson had so much to do and he heads it onto the ground, which is a nightmare for goalkeepers to save. Believe it or not, Salgaocar Football Club have been stunned here into silence at the Duler Stadium. I would love to see Francisco Vaz, and the smile on his face must be endless, but they do, and you can see him, he's a happy man right now. He thought his chances were over, but this is football and you can see those smiles. Very happy, aren't they? This is Sporting Club de Goa, who have a game against Tempo in the next match. It's a big match for them too, but the title is for them to lose now. Sporting Club de Goa, it is right in their hands. If they win their game in hand, they will go 1 point above Salgaocar Football Club. Boy, what a title race this is turning out to be. However, this game is still not over. This is Stephen Sartarkar to Selvin Miranda. Selvin on to Ribhov. And this is Perry Pereira. Stephen Alvarez's ball in. Dealt with by Akram Yadwad. Anywhere will do for Panjim Footballers. Nothing working today for Salgaocar Football Club. You can see the desperation on their faces. Sporting Club de Goa haven't lost a game yet. Salgaocar were also unbeaten before this. And Panjim Footballers, what a time to score that goal when no team have done yet. But Panjim Footballers are on the way and are very, very close. Just 6 minutes plus additional time left for them to do what no team have done yet in this league, and that is beat Salgaocar Football Club. You can see a spring in their step at the moment. Panjim Footballers, everyone back in the box. You can see a chatter in there. This ball comes in, and that was a good ball forward. Daniel Gomez just flicks the side netting, but the angle very small for him to work anything out from there. Preston Rego will take this as long as he can. Lloyd Cardozo, boy, what a game he's had today. Lloyd Cardozo, he's still going. His work rate has been second to none today. They have put on their lives on the field out there today, and look at the distance Krishna Vasudev Gavas has covered there to get to that ball, covering yards on Perry Pereira and winning the throw-in. This is Ashok Meghari. Ashok takes the throw-in. This is Lloyd Cardozo. Will try and keep it at that corner for as long as he can. This is still with Lloyd Cardozo, who does brilliantly. Look at this from Lloyd Cardozo. Absolutely brilliant. Akram Yadwad coming forward now and taking that rush shot. Anywhere will do right now for Akram Yadwad and Panjim. The ball comes in from Jason DeMello. How often have you seen this Salgaocar team this flustered and this disorganized as they are now? Football can be a cruel game sometimes, and Levino Anthony Pereira is finding just that right now. This is Stephen Sartarkar. If anyone can change this game, it is that man right now for Salgaocar Football Club. This is Saish Madan. Puts it forward quite aimlessly. This is Stephen. Stephen takes the shot just over the bar of Preston Rego that was swinging away. Saish Madan's ball forward, and Stephen with the shot. You can't give him an inch. You have to keep him in check. This game is not yet over, and I tell you that from experience. Ribhav Sardesai wins the foul. You can see a very nervous Thomas Alvarez right now. You could see him sitting in that dugout. He's now pacing around from time to time in that technical area, Thomas Alvarez. And how often have you seen a flustered Levino Anthony Pereira? Jason DeMello's ball in. Will not be any trouble for Preston Rego. There you see Thomas Alvarez just coming and having a look at his watch just to see how much time he has left. The adrenaline rush getting to him. He's done a real favor to Sporting Club de Goa. The Flaming Orange are right back in it. That is, if Panjim Footballers hold on to this 1-goal lead, which they look like doing, and Steflon has won the free kick. It'll be interesting to see how much additional time the assistant referee gives after the 90 minutes. You can see the nervousness in the face. The ball comes in. This is Stephen with the shot, and Preston Rego collects that at his first post. Stephen taking that snapshot on the side volley, not quite getting the power that he would have wanted to. This is Stephen Alvarez giving the ball to Ashok McGarry, trying to hurry him up. This is Lloyd Cardozo again in that position, trying to get it back, and does brilliantly. Joyson Gonkar must have changed this match around with that goal, but let me tell you this, if there was ever a man of the match award that I could have personally awarded to someone, it would have been that man on your screen, Lloyd Cardozo. He's been absolutely brilliant for Panjim Footballers today, and 5 minutes of additional time shown by the assistant referee, as Joyson Gonkar, the goal scorer, will take this corner kick. This is Akash Sanadi, who wins another corner kick for Panjim Footballers. Akash and Joyson will look to keep the ball there. This is Joyson. Krishna. This is Joyson. Throw in quickly taken by Sage. This is Stephen. Stephen's ball forward. And that man on the other hand, Steflon, has been quite subdued compared to the likes of Lloyd Cardozo. The long ball comes in from Preston Rego. This is Ribhuff to Stephen, who has some space to work with. Stephen, the slide coming in. These boys are putting their lives on the line, their bodies on the line today. What a win this will be for Panjim Footballers. By far the biggest win in their history probably. Panjim Footballers, they have been knocking on the doors of the big teams, threatening them, but they've really showed up today, haven't they? And Liston Cardozo has gone down on the ground, cramping up, but he should be fine, just buying some valuable seconds for his team, as Valmiki Miranda is being stretchered off, as this throw-in will be taken. Desperate times for Salgaocar Football Club right now. Stephen Alvarez takes the throw-in. This is Perry Pereira with a heavy touch. Stephen Alvarez will look to launch this into the box. He does. The header comes on. This is Perry, puts it back in. Flagan, but look at that effort from Liston. This is the ball forward for the ever so impressive Lloyd Cardozo, who is clearly offside. Everyone back behind and in their own half right now for Panjim Footballers. Salgaocar have only 2 minutes to get something back. This is Cyril Dias, who was looking for Lloyd's run, but not really happening for him. Ball comes in. This is Valmiki Miranda. He clears it up. This is Perry Pereira being chased down. This is Lloyd Cardozo. Jason De Mello getting it, collecting it before Lloyd. He's really exhausted, isn't he, Lloyd Cardozo? Rip of Sardesai. Anywhere will do right now for Panjim Footballers. You can see those Sporting Club de Goa staff members in the stands giving the final whistle by themselves. And they want this game to end, don't they? You can see they're on their feet. They are really nervous, aren't they? This ball comes in. Stephen Satarkar, Selvin Miranda. It's a crowded box from Panjim Footballers. Look at that from Panjim. They're giving it their all right now. This is Selvin Miranda. No point stopping right now. They will not stop. Selvin Miranda puts it forward. And this is Stephen Alvarez. Puts it forward and the clearance comes in from Akash Sanadi. Throw in. Salgaocar's way. It's absolutely fascinating to see how this game pans out. How a football game can be so surprising. 10th place Panjim Footballers are in a shock lead against Salgaocar Football Club, winning 1-0 courtesy a Joyson Gonkar header. Unless there's a miracle, this looks like a shocker as Stephen Alvarez's throw-in comes in. This is Stephen, and he's put this ball out to the relief of Panjim Footballers, and that probably should be it, unless Prasad Surlakar plays on some added time of his own, considering the amount of injuries Panjim Footballers have been having in the last few minutes. As the stretcher comes in again, we'll see a long kick from Preston Rego. He will try to send it as far as possible for Panjim Footballers, and Francisco Vaz. It will be an absolute beautiful image to see at the end of this game. Francisco Vaz with his expressions. Would love to see that smile on his face. This is what football is about. There you see the final whistle has been blown, and Salgaocar Football Club have been shocked by Panjim Footballers. You can see the jubilation from the Panjim Footballers and the relief on that man's face, Francisco Vaz. He has a smile on his face which he cannot suppress at the moment. With his coaching staff, Thomas Alvarez and his boys have done his team a favour. But Salgaocar Football Club are still in first position. Sporting Club de Goa still have to win that game in hand. But what a win this is for Panjim Footballers in their quest to stay alive in this year's Selvel Goa Professional League. Preston Rego was absolutely brilliant under the bar today. He pulled off a major save when it was 0-0 against Hiza Gomez. And you can see Prussell coming out, all smiles. Ashok McGarry, those Panjim Footballers deserve all the credit today. That's been a real team effort out there today from Panjim Footballers. You can see those smiles from the coach and the assistant coach. Thomas Alvarez is all smiles. He can be a relieved man, still barking instructions at his players. Come on, Thomas, give him a break. They've just won the match for you. The headline score from the Duler Stadium: at full time, it is Panjim Footballers 1, Salgaocar Football Club 0. This is Panjim Footballers 1, Salgaocar Football Club 0. Salgaocar Football Club 0. Talk about big matches. Sporting Club de Goa are playing Kalingut Association tomorrow. I would love to see that smile of Francisco Vaz continue even tomorrow, but if Kalingut Association can cause that upset on Sporting Club de Goa, we'll see those smiles back on the face of those Salgaocar boys and Lavino Anthony Pereira. Such has been the title race, but Sporting Club de Goa, you can enjoy your evening along with those young Panjim footballers. We will be back tomorrow for a 4:15 p.m. kickoff.